You ever just walk into a home and you immediately know what design chord that they are? This house is no exception. I don't even really know if I would call it a house because it's a monastery with a dormitory living space for witches. Okay, so let that sink in for a second. But I'm going to challenge you right now. Those of you who are watching right now, okay? I'm going to challenge you while you're watching this to find the Grand Harvest House, okay? Find the Grand Harvest House. That's going to be your goal. This is one of our favorite people to come tour. She is confident, she is Canadian, and she is Cluttercore. Hi. How you
Hi,
doing?
I'm
I don't even know where you
good.
are. Where are you hiding from?
Behind the gate.
Oh, in the gates. All right. So Ash is no stranger to house tours here, and I don't even know if we'd call this a house tour. It's a hey, it's a Finnick Commit. I'm back with another Sanctum tour.
Well, I mean, it is like it's my main plot, so it's actually my house, but it's more than just a house for sure.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Well, Ash, you're my tour guide. Where we're going? I'll follow
Okay.
you.
So the we'll go inside first.
Okay. All right.
So I just kind of wanted to make like a little relaxing porch that had like a really nice garden view. So that's what I chose to do out here. But it's a big contrast as soon as you come through the inside.
Yeah, we are going to do that for sure. I just, the my favorite thing about doing tours with you is that the things that are on screen are crazy and incredible and wow, and you're just like so calm about it. You're like, ah, it's just another day. Just another day in my sanctum for
Yeah, I don't know.
witches.
I love decorating and like when we got the Grand Harvest House, it was kind of like what do we do with this? This is like really large inside and extremely open. So my goal for this, because this was for a competition, uh, we could only do like 10 perimeter away from the building,
Oh,
and it was supposed to be like a dream home. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make a dream home for witches, and
nice.
uh, it needed to have like a lot of different rooms in it, and I saw a perfect opportunity to segment the space and make it look very castle-y inside.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had did we'd done a speed tour of this, like a live tour, but I think it's kind of cool that, you know, we didn't get to really hear your side of it for this. So this will be really interesting, and you can kind of like walk us through what your thought process was. And this is obviously your office.
Yes, this is the head witch's office, her
Nice.
personal little space. She's got her scrying orb and her little quill and paper on her desk. I wanted it to look really like lived in and real too. Like you could tell what the spaces were.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish that we had
Mm.
signs in Palia, you know?
I know. I feel
It'd
like
be
you
so
kind of
cool to
need
have
them
like
for
a little
here.
nameplate, be like head witch.
Yes. And then this is the main bathing chamber.
Nice. You know
So
what? I mean, I am going to call my bathroom that from now on. It's not the master bathroom anymore. It's the main bathing chamber.
yes. And it
That's
has a
fantastic.
it has a laundry room in behind it.
I mean,
Um,
it's got everything that you need. I
yes, you
caught
got your
that.
little bathrooms.
That was fun.
Yeah, I made it to where like I mean if there's gonna be a lot of witches here, communal living in the very top floor. You definitely have to have, you know, a bathing area large enough and plenty of bathrooms in this space. And then also laundry room would be important for robes and stuff. So,
Of course, yes.
because it has to tell a story. That is
Yeah,
important to
absolutely.
me that this
Do the
space
robes come with
did.
instructions on how to wash them? Do you wash them with hot or cold water?
Um,
I
I
wouldn't. I
don't think they
wouldn't
do.
really know. Yeah.
I don't know. No, and then over here we have the head witch's sleeping quarters.
Nice.
And I've hidden an actual chest inside here. So it's
Oh,
functional, but
nice. That's
that
cool.
way her her storage crate in her room's a little fancy.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And also, like, why can't we have different types of? Maybe that'll be something that we get in the future as skins for our
Hopefully,
storage chests.
hopefully. And then same thing here, there is a chest hidden inside this planter dresser.
Wow.
And this is the potions room.
You know, I don't really think that I had seen this room when I was walking about. This is cool.
Yeah.
I
So
I'm a little worried about those bugs though. I feel like they're ingredients.
they might be ingredients, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Uh
It's okay, little bug. You're going to be
yeah,
put to good use.
they're well taken care of. But so they've got like their own little cauldron inside the fireplace and all their bottles and plants and bugs and herbs and anything they could need in here.
That's a proper cauldron too. I mean, I like how
Yeah.
you took that bathtub and you made it into a different thing.
Yes. I mean, I've done that before. I've put that tub inside fireplaces before, but I was like, I could probably make this look less like a tub
Yeah,
if I just built around it.
that's cool.
And this is the main dining hall.
Nice. And you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm gonna be slinging stuff at you left and right. What's the soup of the day?
Onion soup.
Oh, you like onion soup?
Yes.
Yeah,
French onion soup.
that's good. Good
Yes.
stuff.
But and then everything again tells a story. So we have this plant here is like the very first plant that's ever like risen from the ashes because it's supposed to be a flame witch sanctum. So this
Ah,
is
yes.
built in like a volcanic valley type of thing.
You know, I was just thinking as we were in the master bathing suite that they probably harness geothermal energy because that's
Yes,
just where my brain
they
goes.
do. And then we have a super cute little galley kitchen back here that I'm in love with and obsessed with.
Oh, yeah. These kind of kitchens are really a labor of love. Because you pack it in, you got everything in
Mhm.
here.
Yeah. So there's enough stations to make whatever recipe I want in this little kitchen. And the
Wow.
stations are hid underneath the cabinets. And then I jazzed up the stoves or yes, the stoves with
Yeah.
the
Oh, I see
crafts food
that.
cart in the fireplace.
I see that.
So
Yeah.
got herbs over it.
That's
A
also
little
another thing I hope we
tiny.
get new skins for too, is
Yes, it would
those
be so
things.
nice. It's hard to make them really fit your space sometimes, depending on how you decorate your kitchen.
Right.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, why can't we have different like the different styles?
Yeah,
Bellflower oven and Ravenwood
that would be
oven.
amazing.
Wouldn't it though?
It
Come on,
would be
Singularity 6, hook us up.
for real.
This is incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. To just be able to to get your side of it, right? That was one of the things that we missed the first time around.
Yeah. Like everything, like I put like extreme thought behind in every room.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
Uh, so this is like the main living area, council room type of space. So there's plenty of seating for everybody. They've got music and games, and then there's a throne,
Nice.
which was really fun to make.
Oh yeah, the it's surprising like when if y'all are ever curious as to what to do with certain things, just take a look around. And when you change the color of something, it completely changes the character of it.
Mhm.
Especially if there are things like Emberborn, for example, which, as you can see, turns it into a pretty radical looking throne. That is cool. And of
Yeah.
course, you know, Dragontide, which is typically blue, but you made it red, and that makes it stand out too. Makes it fit.
Yes. Yes, it's like a flame dragon.
Yeah.
So then upstairs is where some of my favorite parts are.
So
I,
I'd said before, find the Grand Harvest House. We're in it right now. We just climbed up the
yes,
stairs, and this whole area is just sectioned off,
yes.
which is
I
incredibly
wanted it
impressive.
to feel like you were inside of a castle.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Um,
Are
so
these customers, are they clients, you know?
um,
Or is this sort of like a voodoo wall?
it could be a little bit of everything.
Roger that.
But it's just a gallery hall. 'Cause like I wanted to put them on display. I don't normally display them, but I was like, you know what? I think it would be a nice touch because I feel like every castle has that wing where it's just like they have like gallery hallways in them and stuff like that.
They could be founders of a secret
Yes,
society.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is the main library space for the witches.
Nice.
There is also another little half bathroom in this corner for this floor.
Wow. That, I mean, you think of everything. And like some days I really feel like a realtor, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I
half
try
bathroom.
I try really, really hard to make things make sense, even though I feel like the stuff I do doesn't make sense most of the time. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
so I really love this space. And then in the middle, we have like a little step up into like the worshiping like offering space, their prayer room.
Ah, the business end,
Yes.
the business wing.
So they're surrounded by the elements, water and fire. They're offering gemstones and fruit. And I kind of figured that like the dragon tide old screens like depicted like a dragon like giving back to the land. So I put that in here because I felt like it
Sweet.
kind of went with the vibe.
I'm gonna plug in like a different game here, but it reminds me a little bit of God of War. Because in God of War they had these panels that would
Mhm.
tell stories, and they were painted, and just that
Yeah,
just kind of like that's where my brain connected that. Like it's a mural to a past story.
yes, that is precisely what that is. So that's that space. And then we do have like some seating areas in here. And then we have like a little study space in this hallway.
Nice.
And then the fourth floor is this way.
Yeah, 4 floors. 4 floors.
And when we first come up here, There's a little vanity space for them. This is the floor that has like the communal living space for everyone else that resides here.
Oh, nice.
They've got like a little private dressing corner over here. And then this is where all of them sleep.
You know, another fun thing about touring things that you cook up is it makes me want a cinematic camera or photo mode in Palia so
Yeah.
much. Because to capture all the angles, like,
Hmm.
it's fun. It's fun. It's not a complaint. It's more of a very strong request from for Singularity
Yeah.
6.
Right. And then this area back here is like their own private little seating area. And then they also have like their own little potions nook as well.
Nice. Little chilling station with the chimney.
Yes.
That's cool. That is so wild. One of your residents, right?
Yes, I forgot that I had this plot open.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm glad that they added the tour option because I was leaving this open just so people could come look at it
Yeah, now you
before
can
they
kind
added
of
it.
you can have it published and have people come and see it without
Hmm.
they give yourself some options basically.
Yep.
The second half of like walking through something is coming through at a different angle.
Yes.
That's always cool. And just like coming down the stairs, you get an idea, a really good idea about how this is structured. And that is incredible.
Yeah, it was a lot of work getting these walls exactly where I wanted them and then adding the detail in and making sure everything fit properly.
Yeah.
So we will go back out the front door.
I always like how the fires just like come to life as you walk towards
Yes,
them.
it's like the perfect time for this too because I
Oh
think it's
yeah.
gonna look really good. But so this is like just the main front courtyard area. And then because I had limited space, everything is very tight to the house. When I was building this, because we could only go so far out because of the rules.
Oh.
So I tried to utilize every space as well as I possibly could. I love having forests, so I wanted to have little forest areas. This is like if they were to like dance under the stars by a bonfire at night.
Hmm.
They have two of these on each side of the main, my words, of the
Yeah.
main courtyard.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. So what would they be listening to?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably some like folk music of some kind.
Gotcha. Not none of that Palian lo-fi, right?
Oh no. Paleo lo-fi does sound good though.
It does. It really does.
I've
Nice
got
little.
little tiny private seating areas and different garden spaces for them to relax in.
I feel like this will be where, prospective witches would be interviewed
Yes.
over a cup of cappuccino.
Mhm. And then back here is one of my favorite outdoor spaces. The backyard's probably one of the best things that I came up
Yeah.
with, I think. So they've got like their cute little whimsical picnic space over here.
Which has got a
And
grill.
then, yes. And then their whole thing is they live off of the land here. So we have our work shed down here. We have this with our
Nice.
crafting bench and everything. And then underneath here is like so they can be self-sufficient. They have everything that they need um, to remain here and not have to leave.
Wow. I really do think of everything though. I mean,
Mhm.
all of the attention to detail that you have in such a small space. And I'm a big fan of limitations. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of people are like, I want to raise the item cap and I
I
think
would
to
love for
a
that.
I know you are clutter core and you need like 10,000 item caps to bring ideas to full fruition, but
Yes.
to that point though, you have to get creative in what you work with and you have to prioritize what goes where. So you're able to tell a story in a small space
Mhm.
and make sure that you're accomplishing what you want in the right space. Otherwise, I mean, rest in peace my graphics card, you know.
Right. Uh, so because this is supposed to be a whimsical, magical plot, I chose to put their crops on top of these workstations that they have back here.
That is cool. That is really
And
cool.
if you look up, there's like a dome that I use pavers to make, so it kind of looks like giant dragon scales. There's
Oh, that is
chandeliers
cool.
underneath them in the corner. You can actually see it fully if you jump over to the shed
I can see the
across here.
chandelier. Yeah. Let me go jump over to the shed.
You get like the full idea of what it looks like.
Oh, that is a really cool design.
Mhm.
Really. How am I not surprised that Fire Witches like spicy food?
Right? Yeah, they gotta have their chili peppers.
Right.
And then we have their enchanted apple trees back here.
Hopefully, using their powers for good and not evil. Now
Yes.
this is cool. I do remember seeing this. Like this is a raised bed. That's
Yes.
wild.
So I used red presents. I just basically made whatever platform I wanted
Hmm.
to achieve having like these rooftop gardens and those. I just plopped the farm plots down on a present.
That's cool.
We have the same thing over here, but on this side we do have like a little stargazing area.
Nice.
I tried
Yeah,
to mirror this backspace. It is
that
slightly
passes my
different.
test.
So we've got our water fountain back here, or our water well. And
Yes.
then on this side is like the kind of like greenhouse space
Ah.
where we have like our worm farms, our cedars, our jammers.
So what you're saying is this is the herb side and the other side is the spice side. Got it.
Yes, yes, yes. And then, of course, because they're witches, we had to have like little pumpkin patches and
Of
stuff
course.
in the
Yes.
backyard.
It is about that season, isn't it though? It's about the
Yes,
season of the
it
witch.
is. I am so excited.
I was at
I
Starbucks
love
today
it.
and they already had pumpkin spice and I was like,
Mhm.
might be a little too soon. It's like 100 degrees out there. I ain't feeling
Yeah,
cozy yet.
no, it's not quite time.
Yeah. Soon though. Soon.
Very soon. Oh yeah, this side just basically mirrors the other. We have our other little area in here.
But that kind of that symmetry though is really cool though because in your case, you didn't just make it identical. You made
Oh,
it similar. Like
yes,
similarly symmetrical so
yes.
that it you could have a little bit of difference between the two areas.
Yeah, I wanted it to be slightly different, but essentially laid out the same.
Yeah.
But this area up here up front is completely mirrored in the main courtyard.
Wow.
Sort of. Not quite, because I do have the tree over there and then the kitsue over there, so I guess not.
You know, it's
Yeah,
okay. I mean, I get you, I get you though.
yeah,
So I think it's Q&A time.
it is. All right. Q&A time.
Let's get the deets. Yeah, during my last tour, I'd mentioned that like it's one of the cool little, I guess, compliments. People that make a dedicated space for conversation.
Mhm.
I mean, this is very, it feels very formal, you know. I'm in a
Yes, it
meeting.
does.
I feel like I should be the one answering questions, you know. Like, who
We
are
can
you and
switch
why are you
roles
in
if you
my
want.
castle? You have walked in here, mortal. Nah, that's all good. So, I mentioned before that the Ashes Clutterport, obviously, but one of the things that strikes me about Cluttercore is it's a very, very iterative process. This is not like she plopped this out overnight. I mean, you've been working on this for quite a while.
Yeah.
My first question is going to be like, I know that this was born off of a challenge, but
Yes.
how did your brain just kind of like have like a firework of thought process to just build up this incredible thing in a
Um,
small space?
okay, so initially I was like, okay, it was a Palia My Dream Home competition. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, my name is Ashlyn Bloom. I love flowers. I usually do a very soft, feminine, floral color palette.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done anything with the classic before, really, unless I was decorating for other people.
Yeah.
And I was like, everyone's going to expect me to do flowers and pretty and garden and girly. And I was like, I want to try something different this time. And I was like, what is the complete opposite of me? And I was like, I know it's fire, flames, stone, castle, but it's also still me at the same time because of the sense of magic and the story behind it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So I met your alter ego, which was like the kind harvest witch that,
Yes.
you know, would cast spells for bountiful harvests and everything like that.
Yes.
Now this is the F around and find out witch.
This is the we mean business. But
Yeah,
they're
we
still
mean business
peaceful,
TM.
but yeah.
Yeah. No, that is perfect. That's perfect.
Hmm.
And very well executed, I might add.
Thank you.
This captures the story that you wanted to, and you know, I usually kind of like I skipped over one of my parts of just like talking about all the things. I kind of mentioned it as I was going. Not only do you have a theme here, but you take pride in finding the little things and making sure that they're in the right place, like little
Yeah.
candles and lighting and books and seating. Like you really just kind of nail down every little possible thing that you could possibly think of just in a small space. So we talked about like how you came up with the idea, right? As you're walking around your plot, and this is kind of a joke that we all tell ourselves, you know, nothing is ever done. And for Cluttercore, that is like quintessentially not true. You know, where do you find yourself constantly tweaking in your sanctum?
So I feel like the tweaking is like the little, if I can move something a little bit and make, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. Even if I move it just a little bit and I can make it feel more lived in, that's what I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, because I figured that, like, you know, for cluttercore, like you're always tinkering with stuff. You're just like, move it a little over this way, move it a little over that way, and like
Yes.
over time you come up with something. So I think my last question is gonna be, actually it's gonna be a two-parter.
Okay.
Okay. One, does this castle have Wi-Fi? And two, what is the Wi-Fi name?
I don't think this castle has Wi-Fi. I feel like they're a little bit held back in time slightly.
Ah, okay. All right. I had to ask. I mean, you
The
know.
best technology they have is their washer and dryer.
Yes. Yes. No, that actually that wasn't that wasn't the last question. I've been holding on to that one for a long time. When we were up like in the like the summoning circle business area, I'm just like, I wonder what the
Yeah,
Wi-Fi password is and if they have
yeah,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, no.
Because that's, I mean,
They
I'm a nerd, so.
they don't have Wi-Fi here, unfortunately.
Well, okay. So my last question is, you have done whimsical, you've done a bakery, you've done
Yeah,
like a witchy, bountiful harvest house, right? And now you've done like a darker side, the sanctum, the fire sanctum.
yes.
What do you consider to be something that is now uncharted territory for you design wise? What is something that you have not done yet?
Something that I have not done. You know, when we did the committee creates, that was my first time like really experimenting with blue.
Ah,
And with
yes.
Capital Chic, I don't normally build things with Capital Chic, at least not very often anyway.
Right.
Um, so I would love to do like a very modern type of cleaner build, I think, one day.
Mm, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. That would be really interesting. I
yeah,
personally would love to see you do a iSwitch house
yeah, yeah.
in Practicore style.
An
Ooh.
ice witch house would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, we are getting to colder seasons, so maybe.
Yes, if they bring us some good icicle stuff, that
Definitely.
would be
Although I
amazing.
wouldn't put it past you to come up with your own icicles.
No, no, probably not. We
Ash,
can figure something out.
absolutely. This has been a treat. It always is a treat when we cross paths, and you always bring just some incredible builds, whether they're from a contest or whether they're just from your brain, you know? So thank you. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I love sharing and I love being able to see every different
Absolutely.
creative interpretations come
Yeah,
up with and what
absolutely.
they like. So it's fun.
Well, those of you who are on the other end of the screen, don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let Ash know what you think in the comments. And don't forget, check her out on Twitch if you're around. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.